there, this is Carmella Soleil of the Sunny Rock Kitchen. I thought it was time, actually I'm a little overdue for giving you a health update. The last few days I wasn't doing so good, so I was waiting to see if my energy would pick up, but since it doesn't look like it's going to get much better in the short run, I thought I'll just go ahead and do it anyways, so let's see. So today is day 24 or day 25, maybe a bit longer, of my elemental diet. So that's following Ginny Patel Thompson's IBD remission diet. So basically I've been having only liquid shakes and some juices and some veggie broths. I was doing really well for let's say about just after I talked to you last time. I did really well for a few days. I even went walking, and I had almost no pain, which was a pretty big thing. You know, it actually gave me so much energy. I just felt like, you know, it was really working for me, and I was all excited. But then I introduced some supplements, and it looks like I had a reaction, an adverse reaction to that. And what it did is trigger another flare. So as always, you know, when you're in a upward trend, and then all of a sudden things aren't going so well anymore. So, you know, of course it was, I was bummed out and didn't have much energy, and I was in bed for a couple of days actually. The inflammation was really strong in new areas as well, which was a bit scary, you know, because I thought I had things under control, or I knew, you know, it was mostly my colon, and you know, in certain areas in particular, you know, mostly on the descending side of the colon. But what came up was mostly on the right side, and then also in the center, which means the intestines. And you know, anyways, it wasn't great news. I'm still dealing with mostly the lower pain, and also, you know, the center of the abdomen. So yeah, so it's yeah, tricky, when you take supplements and when you're so sensitive, you know. But one of my readers pointed out that there was a way that she could test for me which supplements were right for me, and that kind of gave me the idea that that's something I could, you know, probably do easily. And the first thing I thought of was doing some dowsing with a pendulum. But talking to my good friend John, who's quite experienced with it, he told me how it's something that works well, but you need a lot of practice in order to get some accurate results. So what he did is suggest me a different method that's, you know, somewhat, you know, simpler, which is the muscle testing. So the most common muscle testing method is, you know, with the arms, and that's something I did earlier on. But I found it wasn't very clear, you know, what answer was what. And John confirmed that it actually depends. If your system is not totally balanced, then it can be indeed difficult to read. So he told me about a different method, which actually really resonated. So you basically make time to connect with yourself, you know, with, you know, your heart, or, you know, with your gut. In my case, that was very appropriate. And then just center in, and then, you know, simply just hold whatever, if it's a supplement or a food, just hold that, and then just ask, you know, is this beneficial for me at this point, or is this toxic to me, or, you know, a question that is very simple. And then I think then you tap directly into the wisdom of the body. And if it's something that is good for you, then your body tends to gently move towards you know, whatever you're holding. And then if it's something that is not beneficial, then you move away from it. And I've always had a deep connection with my body in terms of spontaneous movements. So it worked really, really well, and very clear answers. It really confirmed a lot of the things that I already knew. It also helped me pinpoint, for example, which supplements that I'd recently introduced that weren't right for me. And while I was at it, I thought, hey, I'm gonna, you know, do it with food. You know, why not? And one of the things I there was a butternut squash just sitting there, and I know, I've always known in a way that once I start to eat again, that's what I'm going to eat first, because it's just really gentle, and it worked really well for me in the past. So I got the butternut squash, and I had a positive response, which was, it took me by surprise, because in a way I thought I would not introduce food until I get back to Canada, because, I wanted to be, my idea was to be on the elemental diet for 6 weeks, and then that takes us right around when we'd be leaving. And then, trips are really, really stressful, and I thought, well, I'm, just going to continue doing liquids until I get back, basically. But, but after yesterday's response, I thought, okay, and I tested and retested, and always with the same answer, so I thought, okay, I'm going to try that. So even though it's counterintuitive in a way, that I still have inflammation, why would I, introduce, food now? But I thought I would just, trust my body, because it seemed to be a clear answer, that it gave me. So yesterday I just cooked up some squash and blended that up, really well with some water and some salt and some garlic powder a little bit, and coconut oil as well. And I had a cup of that, and it went down like very smoothly. I noticed how much energy it takes to digest, because I haven't been digesting anything for weeks right now, but otherwise my body had no adverse reaction. I didn't feel anything really. Even it was easier than some of the, like I did some carrot juices that were would actually start giving me gas, and so that went well. So I guess I'll just see in the next few days how that goes. The beauty about this particular way of muscle testing is that I can do it very easily with anything. And I thought I could even do it at the store, if I can shut the world out. But I could, on a day-to-day basis, just check in and see if something is good for me at this point, and see what happens. So I'll, just take it one step at a time. What else? Oh yeah, so on the diet, since I started, so 4 weeks ago, I was at 85 pounds, if you remember, pretty skeleton looking. But now I know I'm still looking skinny, but I have put on 10 pounds, and that's really good news. However, the last week or so I haven't put on any weights, so I'm not sure what's going on, because obviously my diet has been the same. So I don't know, maybe, who knows? I don't really know. But I guess the key thing is, I definitely don't want to be losing weight. So I'll keep a close eye on that, if I do continue, including more blended foods. And what else? I guess that our return is imminent for, to go back to Canada, and that's a major stress, of course. Kind of wondering, I've done all this work, and because stress is always something you feel in your gut, right? So there is a concern that all the good work I've done so far is going to get nulled, from the trip. So it's trying not to think about it too much, and I guess I have to trust that I'll be provided with the energies that I need, to go through this. I'm working with EFT, so the Emotional Freedom Technique, working basically with acupuncture points and helping to release where energy is stuck, and emotions, and it's been pointed to me from different sources that it's very much emotion related, and it's not just a physical thing. And yes, it looks like I got triggered by the liver flushes, so it's physical, but actually I think it's really multidimensional. It's something ultimately that my body was prepared to go through at this point. And but working with my emotions, releasing any emotion, and of course it's often anxiety and stress related. So EFT is giving me a good technique to work with, to help release these patterns quickly. I'm still really new with it, you know, but so far it does seem, at least it does give relief, you know, where you can feel right away after doing, you know, going through a run like once or twice. Already I feel much calmer, and the emotion is not as raw as it was, you know, just a few minutes before. So I'll keep playing with that. Every little bit helps. And let's see. Yeah, so the trip is coming up. Our idea was to leave in a couple of weeks. It doesn't seem very realistic for me at this point, because, you know, like especially, you know, I look like days like today where I barely have the energy to go through my routine and do what I need to do. So it's hard to see how I could add a whole bunch of other things to it, you know, like packing and unpacking the trailer and directing Dawn and finding out where we're going next, and the stress of being on the road with all these cars around us. And so it's, you know, it's hard to see you know, how I would have the energy for that. So I guess a possibility would be to maybe delay it, you know, by a week or two. So that's what I'm going to look into, if that's a possibility. And, and if not, then, you know, just trust that it's all for the best somehow. I do wish I could teleport myself back, for sure, and get that behind me. And let's see, there's nothing else I can really think of. Definitely looking like spring. Actually, this would be like our summer in Canada. It's in the 70s today, and it's going to keep climbing this week. So that's really nice. And hopefully once we get back, we won't have to wait till July for the summer to reach us up in Canada like last year. That was pretty hard. So let's just hope that the summer will be with us up there much more quickly. So that's all I can think of. Miss Pooh is having fun exploring. She's been going all over the property. She's feeling really confident. She's doing really well. So that's all, guys. Just, oh yeah, my sale is still going on. So my Loving Myself to Health recipe book sale. So it's a way for you guys to enjoy my recipe books at a discount, and then at the same time it really helps us because we've had a lot of unexpected expenses, you know, obviously with this whole health saga. So every little bit helps. So thanks again for your support. I keep getting your emails, and it's, you know, it's always so nice to know that you guys are there and sharing your stories, and yeah, it just feels really good to not feel so alone with, you know, going through this. So thanks, you know, you guys rock. I love you guys. So that's all I can think of for now. So I guess it looks like Pooh got something there. Hopefully she didn't get a birdie or something. So I guess I'll sign off for now, and I'll talk to you, you know, hopefully really soon. Bye for now.